Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another Power Universe episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today we got Kim and Stacy together. Chris is doing some couple stuff, trying to relationship goals, but he is here in spirit. As we discuss book 2, Tariq, season 2, episode 3. And if you watch us, you know how often I have shitted on this series. But this was a good episode for me. I just got to say, I was happy with what I got. But anyway, this ain't about me. Stacey, what did you think about this episode?
I thought it was a good episode. I thought it gave a lot of the good stuff. Like, we've been questioning, why are they not keeping the drugs off site? We got an answer. More adulting, more adult situation. I did not need the Tariq sex scene. I literally covered my eyes.
We knew he was gonna be slinging dick. We knew that. We knew that. I know. It hurt me too.
Being Lauren with no top on, that bothered me. I mean, we've seen Lauren since she was a little girl on many movies and shows. So I was kind of like, oh my God, I don't want to see that. Yeah.
We saw her jumping out of a moving car. That's how I met her. When she got tased by her first lady mama. That's how I met her. And I was like, this is definitely a step up from that shit. But anyway, I'm sorry, Stacey, please continue. Besides, after
after I recovered from the trauma, I thought it was a good episode. It's definitely going places.
All right. Kim, how about you?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's got this was a good episode. Hopefully the next one is going to be just as good. But yeah, we got a lot more information, and a lot of things that Braden does. He's very smart. Like, he's smarter than what I actually thought he was. I thought he was like just a rich kid. You know how rich kids want to be poor or want to hang out with the poor, the Black people who are lower class than them because they're exciting. So I thought he was that kind of kid, but he's actually not. He really is using his brain. And he's really, making moves with this whole drug business. So, he is making a big mistake dealing with Kane, but we can get into that.
Yeah. But that I thought this was, again, compared to book season 1 of book 2, which I was like, what in the hell am I watching? And like in the beginning of this, I'm like, this was season finale worthy, because there was a lot of things to be like, what's gonna happen next? With Mushmouth, I'm saying, and Carrie, and fucking like, I was like, what's going on with that? And then I was like, this is not looking well. And yes, I guess I really don't give a fuck. But really, what's going on with Mecca / Dante Stewart? We got Dante Spears. We got some names. So we got Dante Spears is his full legal name, I guess. Since Nene Stewart was able to Google her ex-love and find out almost everything about his export-import business. How many exes put you on a helicopter? He had the draws at Junior's in New York. He could have got the draws that night, but he put her on a helicopter, and she was like, I'm fucking you. Like, it's just, yeah.
They didn't show it.
Although, draws coming. That's because Mushmouth fucked it up. He's like, auntie, can you come get me from prison? Because I waited all damn day to call you.
Say lawyer.
That's all he had to say. He did not say that. That's all he had to say. And then Jack, well, you know what, to be honest with you, I don't even know if Jack would have went ahead and let him. He could have said lawyer a million times. Jack was like, you're going to tell me what I want to hear regardless.
He could have sat there and be like, lawyer.
It's Kevin, but,
and what exactly is a PBA card?
So,
I don't know.
Police Benevolent Association. So, in book 3, I want to say that Jukebox got one from the lesbian. I want it's like if you do something right for me, you can put this like get out of jail free card. Just tell them you're working with me and they'll vouch for you. Some to that effect. But Monet did not said Mushmouth that we killed that dude. So let's not pull that card out. Let's back notes, bro. This motherfucker needs to die because ignorance does not even begin to describe this dude. Detective Kevin said very clearly, one, you're not right. You're not under arrest. You're just talking. We're just talking, right? Number two, he said, fucking a grown woman is not a crime. Lying to me in an investigation, though, is a crime. That being said, did you fuck Carrie the night? Do you and this woman have an alibi while Jabari was being murdered? Nope. I have no clue what you're talking about. I don't even Carrie? What was her name again? I don't. You stupid motherfucker. All you had to say was yes. Yes. I was getting the draws while this man was being murdered. Can I go home now? Yes, you can. Thank you. Excuse me.
Zeke is not the smartest. We know this. So and then also it's Monet's fault because she never prepared him for this type of situation. I mean, I feel like she prepared maybe Kane and that one, maybe not Diana, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there was more of street knowledge to the other kids than to Zeke. Like, Zeke is dumb. Like, he doesn't know anything about anything. He just does. It's like, but does he watch TV? Even every TV show.
You can say that about any character at any time in these situations. Well, all you got to say is lawyer, and that's it. What's your name? Lawyer. Do you want to go to the bathroom? Lawyer. And once they deny you a lawyer, you can sue them and you're going home. You know? Right. So, but I mean, I was like, whoa. Then I remember Kevin left. Detective Kevin left to go to the school and to interrogate Carrie, which means Mushmouth had plenty of time to pick up the phone and go, Auntie, come get me. He's been there for hours.
He didn't have his phone. Kevin had his phone.
His phone was on the table. He even the person that came in, he could say, I need to use the phone. I need to call somebody, right? Like he was not denied a phone because that's a legal issue. And then so I'm like, it just didn't make any sense that it's all plot convenience. They just wanted the moment that Monet was on the helicopter and be like, oh my God, could you come get me? And da. How is Tariq paying for all this legal service?
True.
I mean, not once has it been like, don't worry, baby, Davis and Sachs are my dudes. Whether it's my grandma who's all of a sudden a drunk that needs to be taken to court, whether it's fucking Mushmouth who needs legal representation, whether it's my Diane who wants to get her dad out of prison, I'm covering all of this while I still need a few bands to pay for my new business. I'm like, what in the fuck? Like, where is this money coming from?
He's a drug dealer.
Is he though? Or is Braden the drug dealer? Braden is the drug dealer.
Okay, well, I mean, just like Tommy was the drug dealer. I mean, Ghost was a club owner. Ghost wasn't making transaction. It was Tommy. Most of the time, it was Tommy.
We submit that before the show started, though, they were on the streets and they came up together. We saw them in the management level, but they came up together. From jump, Braden was the business. At Choate, he was the business. In Stansfield, he's the business. Like, Tariq just comes up with ideas and talks down to him like a Ghost and Tommy situation.
But that's what came.
Right, because he came up with the lockbox strategy, right?
That was all Braden.
That's all Braden. That was Braden. That's what Kane is going to use to persuade Braden not to fuck with Tariq. That's all he.
This is Milan. This is Milan all over again. To be like, you know what, Tommy, just between you don't need this motherfucker. Like, if you stood up on your own little white feet, you would be somebody.
Yeah.
And Tommy was like, no, I'm nothing without this black man to tell me that I'm somebody. I need that. But you kind of understood Tommy's situation, that kind of weird family dynamic. They grew up together. They were like brothers. This whole Braden shit don't make any sense. He's known this dude less than a year.
No, it's only been before. Didn't they go to a different school together?
Choate. They went to Choate and they were here. If you look at the timeline given to us, this has only been maybe a year. And power time minus the little them growing up. Like, they've only been knowing each other maybe a year. They are not at the point that Braden's like, I don't even know what to do without Tariq. Like, that's not where we're at. But this boy's like, Tariq, what are we gonna do? Can we diversify? Bitch, didn't I tell you no? Yeah. All right, then. Why are we still talking? Give me that money that you made for me so I can get my... What?
I don't understand that at all.
Also, Braden is so rich. Mecca knows who he is. He didn't even talk to him. He saw him with some binoculars. Was like, oh shit, you talking to Braden Weston? Oh shit, that's the dude. I Googled him and I know how much money he makes, but I don't know who that Tariq St. Patrick?
Whose dad was murdered all over the news? Ran for lieutenant governor? Doesn't ring a bell.
I mean, I'm a drug dealer, but I mean, in New York City, but
politics? Nah.
Let's back up to the police chief, who was like, who's your little black ass? I'm sorry. I'm the son of the man who got arrested for killing a federal agent, went to trial for it, got ran for lieutenant governor, got murdered, and then got all that on TV. But I'm that, that's Tariq. Is that your name? I can't place the face. I don't.
Tariq is actually James also. So.
Oh, right. And that has not even been, not once.
Nope.
Not
we only talked
once.
about it. It was one time.
We saw it on the door when he opened the door.
That was
this
one
episode.
time.
No, they showed it this episode. When he opened the door, it had it on there.
Oh, did they? Okay, I didn't even pay attention. Okay.
But to your point, Kim, that was supposed to be everything. The entire 6 seasons was supposed to lead up to this moment that you knew this kid's name was James St. Patrick, and they've done nothing with this. Nothing. Not even his legal name where he's like, Tariq James St. Patrick, could you please come get your daughter Yas that you really don't give a fuck about? Can you come get this girl for plot convenience? You know what really made me mad about this? Niggas made me mad. Well, I'm gonna get to the niggas because I was so angry about that. But hold up. Tariq goes to see his 9, maybe 10-year-old sister who sounds like she's 4, but hold up. Tells her who's picking on you in school so I can go beat them up. You motherfucker. You watched your sister who stood up to a grown man with a gun and watched her get shot and did nothing. Fuck you, Tariq James St. Patrick. You are a bitch. Like, you watched your sister
the dog agrees.
Fuck Tariq James St. Patrick. I cannot believe that he was going to act like I'm the big brother that's going to protect you.
And raise her. Why are they doing this to us?
We told you they were going to do. We said that shit. Apartment and everything. I said what they're going to do this season. That fucker's going to get an apartment. He's got to be fake ass brother daddy until she grows up and kills him when she figures out all this shit is his fault.
Yes.
I don't know how she's going to figure it out. But come on, what y'all think? What y'all think? I couldn't believe he said that shit.
I mean, what you gotta remember, he has a lot of guilt. Like Courtney said, Tariq is going through some PTSD, right? He has a lot of regrets, right? So he wants to do right by Yas. He knows that everything happened because of him. Everything that's happening right now, he knows it's happening because of what he did to the dad. He knows that. He's living with that guilt every single day. So I think that he's trying to be a good brother. He only has Yas. He has nobody else as family.
He killed them or sent them away. Like, it's his fault.
It is his fault.
Can he contact his lawyer and say, you know what? Can you send my sister to wherever the hell my mom is? That's all he needs to do. She should have took the kid with her anyway. And she don't even know where her mother is.
That doesn't make sense. I actually looked up when people go on witness protection, you're supposed to take your kids. Yeah. Like, you're supposed to take your children. You can't take your mom and your dad and everybody else, but you can legally take your child. So I don't understand. I feel like the only reason why that child was not taken was because it's fan service. Like, people talk about Yas. They said she wasn't in the show enough. So now we got a whole bunch of Yas, and I'm really not caring about this child at this point because you never showed her before, but now all of a sudden I'm supposed to be, oh my God, Yas. No, and that's the only reason, because there's no other reason why a mother wouldn't take their child. That's just ridiculous.
Besides the fact Tasha's a shit mom, but you know,
but I mean, she wanted Tariq. She was like, "Please, Tariq."
Just,
why would you only want Tariq and not Yaz? Just makes sense.
I was like, you would take the son that puts you in all this bullshit to begin with. She's like, I didn't want Yaz in the first place. Tariq can't. I mean, after
Yaz was a oops baby,
right? Ghost was like, I'm trying to leave you anyway, but his pullout game was weak. He's like, oh shit, let's just, who gives a fuck about Yaz? We'll just give him the big mama. But I mean, so let's wait, Lauren, real quick. Let's give a hand to Lauren, who finally got that dick. She been working very, very hard to get that Tariq penis. And I hope it was worth it. Because that first insert, you see her face, that's good acting. Because she was like, I feel it right now. Like, I was like, oh, he must be all right. But she was now let's remember how many times he's been like, I ain't got time for you, bitch. I got things to do.
No, but he took her to the daycare to see sister. Lauren was like, oh, he's going to be such a good dad.
Yeah.
Draws.
And I didn't see no condoms either.
Right. Thank you, Stacey. Because you knew I was going to be like, that pullout game ain't that good, Tariq. You haven't been doing this that many times, bruh. So with Effie, okay, so when he boned Effie, it was, we got condoms, we don't need guns, right? Lauren, it was, do you consent to penis? Are you okay with this? And she said, yes, please. So that's consent, right? When he fucks Diane, it's gonna be, here's the condom. Did you sign the love contract? Like, are you okay? Please check.
He's gonna pull out his iPad and present the NDA.
My fault. It's gonna be on the Course Correct app. He's gonna be like, you got the app for the love contract.
They should make an app for that.
That's the new LLC that doesn't have a name. That's the new business. It's gonna be the love contract. It's gonna be like, click here for anal. No, then it's standard. It's standard. Remember Dave Chappelle? That shit was hilarious. My point, I was like.
So with the ghetto girls, he's got to rip out a condom. But with Lauren, he just has to make sure it's consent.
Good work, Kim. He was like, if I get this one pregnant, I'm going to be all right. Because she got money to take care of that baby. But Effie, she's shady. You know, Destiny, she's shady. I was like, something about her says baby daddy drama. But it's like, Lauren got an education. So she might be like, I'll take care of this baby. That's good, girl. Because I ain't got time. I don't know what it means to be raised by a daddy. I mean,
he ain't going to be there.
Absolutely not. Then again, he might marry her. She might be the Tasha.
He still ain't gonna be there though.
Oh, he gonna be out. He's got look. I got to run the streets. Why? Because I want to. I don't have to. I mean, I want to run these streets. So gotta go. Also, this is the same episode where she said, "Did you show our special place to someone?" No, baby, I didn't bring this girl. Yes, I did. I brought this girl to the very location that you're about to kiss me and make out with me last week. And she still fucked this dude. I'm like, where is the self-esteem? Bouchandra was like, girl, Tariq got you fucked up. I'm like, true. Now, the context of that statement made no sense, but I mean, it was still a true statement. But I was like, fuck me, man.
And what was that about with the chick? Why did she take, okay, with the Zeke thing, right? When Bouchandra and Lauren, and I think her name was Sierra, right. Why does she need to like videotape the thing that happened with Zeke with the detective coming to get him, and she's gonna sell the story? Like, what type of shit is this? Why is she sleeping with guys to get stories? Like what Lauren said.
This is social media. They do stuff just to get video so they can post it for clout.
So I was
crazy.
This was our first time seeing this woman, so I'm still confused on what I'm assuming she's a student. I'm assuming she has some kind of side whatever hustle of like social media stuff. Again, so it's like, did she just fuck him for the story, or was she like, I want to fuck him?
She was probably just having sex with him so she can probably tweet about it. Like, oh, I just screwed future NBA so-and-so, right? That just happened, and she was like, got it.
Boom.
Yeah. Clout.
So let's go down this process of storylines that people forgot. So then Tariq, when the video gets out, Tariq is like, oh my God, if Muchmouth goes down, I'm out of here because I'm only here to take care of him. Stop.
We've seen him do nothing with Zeke.
Exactly.
And how long?
Exactly. And he's off academic probation. That's how he's playing ball again. So why are we reintroducing this unnecessary shit? Like that don't even make sense. That doesn't make sense. And again, how are you paying for this, Tariq? How are you calling Davis, who's jumping out of bed, to be like, no problem, Tariq. I'm on this, bruh. I'll just put it on your tab because you're going to be broke as fuck soon. You're going to be selling drugs just for me. Braden is going to be working for Davis, basically, at some point, just to pay legal bills. Bash is back. Bash is back to set up the LLC for Tariq, but how is it that his older husband / daddy figure doesn't go, hey, baby, what the fuck are you doing, Tariq? Like, I'm sure this ain't legal, right? Like, can we discuss this? Like, he don't talk to Tariq about course correct. He don't talk to the husband. That doesn't make sense. Like, if your husband's doing business deals with the son of the kid who's supposed to give you the clubs, which wasn't even discussed ever with Tariq, what is happening? What? Tell me something. Fuck me. It just,
He just wants his grandson taken care of. He's not really worried about
right.
the specifics.
Stacey and I still hold true that Tariq is STARZ grandson.
What?
He said he loved that chocolate back in the day. He said that. I used to go
I didn't say that, but I know.
And see the brown skin. And then he found out that Ghost is his kid. And he's like, I'm going to see this Tariq kid through no matter what bullshit he goes through. Because that's my legacy right there. Wow. And I was like, that's the only thing that will make any logical sense, that Stern will still be fucking with this kid. Like, it doesn't make sense for 2 clubs that he should give a fuck, 3 clubs actually, that he should give a fuck about. Like, let it go, bruh. Like, it don't. No, none of this. I'm sorry. Let's get back to Dante. So Dante introduces a new man named Nuff, and chokes the straight shit out of this dude.
I knew he was going to be a goner. As soon as I saw his face, I was like, he's out here.
Well, he just went to sleep. So
I know, but
eventually he's going to die because he talks too much.
So him and Lil Guap will be perfect for each other. Like, maybe they get murdered together because they can't keep their mouth shut. Now, is Kane smart enough to go, maybe I should ask this dude, who is this bitch that Dante was definitely like, you need to shut the fuck up. Okay, he don't need to be knowing about my business right now. Like, Kane should.
You saw how Kane was looking.
Huh?
He said it's family business.
Yeah, Kane was looking at the whole thing with Nuff. You could see on Kane's face that he was kind of like, what the fuck? Like, wait a minute.
So there's a difference between this guy's unstable, which he should already know, and I need to get with Nuff to figure out what this story is, right? Because apparently I didn't hear it. So Nuff is the one that put the drugs in Kane's car, but we didn't see that, nor did we see like them talk about it. So it would have been good to get some kind of interaction at that point to be like, hey, maybe we need to hook up something, to be like, Nuff is going to come around again. And he said when we came to New York. So they've been together for a little bit. So like, so he's part of the crew. So it's them two and the killer, well, not the killer chef, but the sous chef who also understands murder and beating up people. He's okay with that.
I think that chef is like a killer. I think
pinata thing was just weird.
I was like, what's the point of that?
Wait, the whole what?
The pig pinata?
Oh yeah, that was disgusting. That was why would you have drugs inside of a dead pig and have somebody like play pinata with it? What is the point in that?
What's the point? And then you tell him where it is after wearing a blindfold, and then like to the left, to the right. If you're gonna do that, just take the blindfold off. And then eventually he did after he stabbed it. I was like, what was this his birthday or some stupid shit? Like, what are we doing right now? And then people use the drugs that came straight out of the raw pig. I'm like, what is happening right now? I mean, the strippers, I get that. I mean, I understand that. You know what I'm saying? And then so when I saw the strip, so I saw, okay, I was like 1, 2, 3. I was like, where's the other one from Tariq's club? The one that left town.
Epiphany?
Yeah, I was waiting for Epiphany to show up for no reason. I'd be like, let's tie these strippers.
She's on another show.
I was like, damn it. I was like, anyway, so the black one was the same one at the end of the episode riding with Kane, but it was a different white one.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw Braden see that white one, it was like, hey, girl, I was like, Tommy. I mean, this ain't going to go nowhere, but I was like, if she would have been a redhead too, I would have been like fucking Courtney Kim. How much more Tommy you going to give us? And be like, oh, this ain't Tommy. I'm like, this is fucking Tommy. Because he was like, girl, I'm in love with you for some reason. You look just like my, never mind. I don't want to get into all that. You are beautiful.
Are you trying to say she's writing all her characters the same?
No, I'm saying they do have an archetype to be like, when book three, when Kanan meets his white partner, I'm gonna be like, told you. So for some reason, some white dude shows up and that's his go-to dude. I'm like, this motherfucker, don't do it to us. Just don't. I'm asking, don't do it, but I feel like you're gonna do it. Diane, how did she get the official police file on her father? How did she think she's gonna pay for Davis and not have her mom find out? This doesn't make any sense unless Tariq's gonna front that too.
She's gonna somehow use her charms to get some man to do it for her.
That's
like her mom taught her.
But like her mother taught her. But I think that you remember when you have a just an initial meeting with a lawyer, some of them do it for free. That first meeting, but then after that, if they decide to take your case, then you have to pay them the retainer. So that was her first time meeting them. So
not gonna charge they're clearly going to take the case.
Well, yeah, because what Sachs found out from the prosecutor.
So how is she going to do all that without Monet on? When Monet always
there's no way she's going to be able to do it. There's no way. Monet's going to know, and Monet's going to be pissed because Monet wants to keep him in jail.
Have we seen this storyline before?
Especially now. I want him to get out so I can have a nice little throuple.
No.
Those two
Lorenzo will kill that dude. He'll try. No, Oh, and Courtney Kip addressed that. Someone asked her, as you saw in the Instagram review, she said that there's a reason why these two men look alike. You know what I'm saying? Like casting was on purpose because Monet has a type. Nene has a type when it comes to light skinned dude with beards. I want to see her daddy. Huh?
And bald.
Yeah, and bald.
Which
right?
I'm sure they probably weren't always bald, but whatever.
Yeah, but I want to see her daddy.
But they're both Latino, so yeah. I mean,
yeah. So there's that. She got a thing.
She got a thing.
It's fine. It's whatever. Everybody got whatever.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, what is going on? Again, Tariq's gonna be like, it's okay, girl. I got this. I'll pay for this too. Everybody's gonna be safe. I'm like, Tariq, bro. Get some base, one.
But remember, too, and what Courtney said in that Instagram, too, is that Tariq is not a man yet. He thinks that he can handle all this, but he really can't. So, I mean, we're making jokes about it, but it's true. He's pretty much out of control. He does not really know what he's doing. It just seems like he does, but he doesn't. So, he's not.
He's a kid. He's 19. I'm glad they established his age. Like she's like he's 19. Like when Tate was like, you're 19, and we gotta get this. I was like, all right. So I know how old he is because I'm really trying to figure this thing out. I'm like, all right. So what he can and cannot do? He's not 21. He shouldn't be drinking. I'm like, got it. I'm like, so what's up with Braden? When I was kind of where do you think Tate's brother becoming a detective for the DA? Why is that important? What do you think? What do you think that means to the? Is that going to be for influence? Are they setting this thing up for influence?
It's absolutely for influence.
All right.
Because Sachs and Davis are going to be in influence, and having someone in the DA's office
gonna help.
Gonna be perfect.
So Sachs Dick is going to get him through all his cases.
How many times they said influence in this episode?
Dude.
I was like, you really don't need to have to sell it to us. We already know Tate's show is going to be influence.
There's other things they kept on saying. I'll hold that for the end though. I want so again, it's Sachs fucking this prosecutor. That's how he solves all his cases now. He's fucking his way through success and choking himself while he's having this conversation.
Weird, wasn't it?
That was like, he's like, hey girl,
around his neck.
He was like, Terry was like, what's happening? I was like, he's choking himself, girl. He's trying to finish. He's like, oh, that's it. That was weird. I was like,
And they weren't having sex. They were just laying in opposite parts of the bed talking.
Maybe he wasn't finished. I mean, he was all sweaty, man. He was like, sometimes you just gotta, get you there. It's whatever. I mean, you don't know what was in that file. We don't know what was ever in that file. You gotta remember that. So, anyway, back to Tariq's shitty brothering. This episode made me think about book 1. And I was like, you remember when he hung out with Lisa Marie and took her to go get hot chocolate or some bullshit? Remember that? In that one episode, he spent more time with that little girl than he did with his entire family. Like of his 2 sisters. I mean, like Yaz in particular. I was like, nothing. And now he's like, where's my Yaz? I gotta take care of Yaz. And I'm like, how old is this girl? Then she's like, are you Lauren? Can you come see me? Are we going to be friends? I was like, God damn it. I was like, stop it. Stop doing this to this little girl. You want a bear, Yaz? I'll take the bear. Can I call it daddy? Because I don't have a daddy. Can I get a burner phone? Why the fuck does she need a burner phone? She is not in jail. She is not in prison in any way. Just give her your phone number, you motherfucker. She can use the phone. She can use a phone.
How do you know she can use the phone? She's in foster care. She might be in an abusive household.
Also, neither one of those are true because the woman said...
That's what she said doesn't make it true. It doesn't. How many foster kids get all beat up, sexually molested?
Truly, I understand. I understand, but she was this episode and last episode, she was very clear that the Royces are a great family and they got phones, I'm pretty sure. So that's what
she said, but she does not sit there and observe the family on a regular basis. There's been numerous people who are like on Wall Street, live in Beverly Hills, and they torture their foster kids.
Then if you're going down this route during this grown meeting in this child situation, she should have been like, I got the bruises. They're hurting me. Now we get into one, we're gonna murder these people, and then I'm gonna get my sister back. But I'm like, she's like, can I talk to my brother? I was like, what the fuck? I swear to God, she said, is mama coming? I told you mama left us. I told you that shit. I thought she was gonna be like, is Raina coming too? What about daddy? We told you that they're gone, baby. They're in heaven now. How old are you again? 3.
You been drinking again, yes?
Right. Hold up. I was so mad. I don't want to go with grandma. She's an alcoholic now. Bitch, you spent your whole life with this woman.
She wasn't alcoholic at that time.
Porter Kemp. Look back to season 1.
Yeah, I still haven't done it because I don't give a shit.
I was like, kiss my black ass, Courtney Kemp. Stop acting like there's any foundation for this whatsoever. There is none. Big Mama was the go-to parent, despite the fact that she criticized Tasha at every moment, smacked the shit out of her at one moment. Big Mama was the parent that Yaz stayed under 24/7.
Yep.
Despite the fact that Tasha didn't have a fucking job. I mean, Big Mama raised that little girl, and now all of a sudden she's fucking completely unstable and just drinks every day because her daughter ran off into witness protection and left her with
a died.
Brittany said she's lonely. She's lonely and she's
lonely. Did she have somebody before?
She said she's lonely and that she's grieving.
And she's stuck with this child. She's a single mother.
Grieving and she's stuck with a child at 62 years old.
She's a single mother. She didn't have a man before. It ain't like she lost a man. She didn't give a crap about Jamie, except for his money.
Exactly. She's mourning the loss of
and she really didn't give a crap about Tasha, to be honest.
Absolutely not.
I'm like, Tasha was the means to money. Tasha's gone. Ghost is gone. She's mourning the money.
It's all been her and Yaz the whole time.
Courtney Kemp is just trying to sell this bullshit instead of just being like, you know what, guys, we went a different direction. I'm sorry.
They could have gave her diabetes, high blood pressure, something.
That's real black shit. That's real black shit. She all of a sudden got cancer or something.
Mm-hmm.
She cannot
She had to lose her foot. She can't take care of the gas
Why-
no
A
more.
brain tumor. Because
Anything.
oh, dementia. Dementia.
early dementia. All right, early
Yep.
dementia. All right,
Early
all right.
dementia.
So that's the thing. I mean, these are all reasonable excuses for why she's all of a sudden unstable. But this long-term alcoholic bullshit, you can kiss my ass. Like, stop it. I was like, you are wrong for all this bullshit. All right, no. All right, but yeah, I like Braden's idea of using the whole two-party system. So apparently he got 4 runners, 3 men, 1 woman. And that's the crew. I wonder if we're gonna get that team meeting. I know it was Ghost in Time where like he needs to hire. It's not big enough to hire a Ruiz type character. It's not really that level. But to be like, hey, somebody to be like, okay, guys, let's get together. Let's figure out what we're doing. And be like, okay, this is how we're gonna do the drugs. This is how we're moving forward. How
They
is
use technology. They don't do the old school ghost.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're right. It's gonna be text everything. They're gonna zoom it at some point. They're like, okay, guy.
No, don't use WhatsApp or what's the other one that's supposed to be super secure? I can't think of it.
Telegram.
No, it's different though. I think Signal or
Signal's a
I
thing.
can't remember.
Yeah. How is it that the college hasn't figured out what course correct is, even from a student, from a tutoring standpoint? If this thing is so big that they can pull in bands on a daily basis, no one in administration is noticing this shit.
There is a murder going on.
And is there? And let's go down that road, please. No one is go. Why is so many students and faculty been murdered around here so often? Like the dean hasn't been like, we need to change some shit up. What's happened lately? We had a new student named James C. Patrick. Like there has to, I mean, no one is noticing any of this shit. I don't understand how the school is not investigating this stuff. Boo Chandra, I want to talk about niggas. So when even Terry noticed it, Terry was like, David, why is they always saying niggas? I was like, babe, you're right. I mean, I noticed it. I noticed it, but I was like, God damn, that's a lot of niggas. I said, I'm gonna count how many times niggas was said in this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, the number is 23. 23 times. Some black person, let me say that one more time. Some black person, no matter what their gender, no matter what their job, socioeconomic status, refer to other black folks as niggas. To the point that you start begging the question, why do black people get mad when white people say niggas? Like, if you are in fact a nigga and you believe you are surrounded by said niggas, then you should not be upset if a white person goes, well, you in fact are a nigga, right? I mean, you just called yourself a nigga. You called your friend a nigga. They called Braden a nigga, not once, but twice. Just in this episode.
Okay, nigger and nigga are 2 different things, sir. Just saying that is the argument that I hear all over the place. Even Jay-Z gave that exact same argument to Oprah, and it still didn't make any goddamn sense. But that's what he said. And this man is a billionaire. Okay, so makes no sense to me. But this is what young people call each other. It's unbelievable. That's what they do. Nigga and nigger, 2 different things. Okay.
Let's just say black folks, no matter what the age or gender, say this shit. This is decades of this ignorance.
Yeah.
But I just cannot, especially for Courtney Kemp, who's always all the fuck ways. It's like, the white man is holding us down, and I'm just doing my best to try to show the best version of us. But I don't got a choice. Like, these white people make me do this stuff. Because they asked her in the Instagram thing, right? Somebody's like, why don't you do different roles for black people? Well, I tried, but they have certain stereotypes of us that I just, I got no choice. You know what I'm saying? They want to see niggas, I guess. I don't know. But no one told you to make no one told you to put that many niggas in this script. Like, that is too much. Kane saying nigga, that makes sense, right? I mean, that's who you are, bro. Like, I do not expect otherwise. Bruce Chandra unfortunately, saying nigga makes sense because that's just basically who she is. You know what I'm saying? But Tate Davis,
Wait,
I'm
Tate
like,
a nigga. Wait,
Tate?
no, Tate is a ghetto nigga who acts like he's better than everybody else. He just happens to wear a suit. He's an ignorant man.
Tate is a nigga and so
Yes,
is
he
Davis.
is. He definitely
was channeling like Menace to Society when he was talking to Tariq in this part of his episode. I was almost feeling Denzel Washington in Training Day. Like I always felt like maybe he was actually going for that. I understand the dual personality thing. But Ghost did it, and nigga didn't have to come out his mouth. There was not a time that you did not feel that Ghost was from the street and would murder you.
I think nigga said now. I would not say that he didn't say nigga. I would say he said it much less than everybody else, but he did on occasion say that word. But it was and Tommy never said it. We know that.
He did.
Actually did. And you have to watch it with subtitles. But when after Holly got murdered and Ghost said, "You can do anything you want, bro. Like you can start all over again." He was like, "Nigga, with what?" It was very quick. It was one time, but you gotta watch it with
Oh my god, I missed this.
Oh, they gave him one pass, one moment, very quickly, but you'll see it with subtitles, but you won't even catch it.
I gotta go back. I gotta go see because that's
you gotta go back and see. You gotta go back and see. You gotta go back and see.
Yeah, that would have been a discussion.
But my point, I'm like, it's too much, bro. Like do better for us. You know, I mean. Give me one black character that act like they got some sense. I don't see Tamika saying that, but you don't see Tamika very often. Like,
I think Tamika's coming back.
Oh, she's coming back, but I'm saying not like the niggas. Like niggas all over the place. You know
she's not. That's not her. That's not her world. That I would not see her that way. But Tate, yes. His brother, yes. They are. Like,
I was disappointed.
Davis, absolutely. And Davis is a nigga in a suit also.
I was disappointed with the whole. I mean, it's great, man. Oh, so and that would get me to the classroom. Bruce Chandra once again. It's like, why are you here? Like, why do you have to put? But she's like, look here, colonizer. I'm like, how is that not a racial slur? Like that is. You are saying this to this one because she is white. That is a racial slur, and that's not okay. And fucking Carrie, much like Jabari, does nothing to say, Bushandra, that is not how we act in class. Like that is not okay.
Yeah, she didn't say anything. And her hair is getting bigger and bigger every episode. I'm kind of, what's happening? I know that's not the topic. What's up? Wait, am I wrong, Stacey? It's like
no, it is. It's like eventually it's gonna take up the classroom. You're gonna be like, oh shit. Like, how did we get here? That was a comedy somewhere. The hair just kept on getting bigger.
I feel like I've seen that.
It was it was some type of like the fro just kept on getting. It was like a Wayans Brothers something. Like it just kept on getting.
Yeah.
It was something. But anyway, yeah, I was like, God damn, that's a lot. Terry was like, that's a lot of hair. Also, since we're on Carrie, who hasn't been on Carrie really? But let's talk about the detective, right? I feel like the WAP got him to do something that he was like that fucked his career. Like something, right? So. Right. We see that, right? Something happened, and he's like, I had to, like compromise myself for you.
He's great. He's great. He is great.
There you go.
Yeah. There you go. I agree with that. Definitely.
That's what that was. Mm-hmm. That's what that was. He got that Greg shit. We're gonna see book one all over. You saw what happened to Greg.
Maybe she put charges on him, and he got to go from being a prosecutor back to being a detective because maybe she said that he sexually molested her, or sexually harassed her or something, even though she was the one giving up the booty. Could be something with that.
I see where we're going with that. I think Stacey right on the great. There's probably a case that she's like, I needed to go a certain direction. And he was like, I don't want to do that. And she was like, WAP. And he was like, you know what? I could do that. And that fucked him up. And it went bad. Clearly it went bad either way. Relationship. And he thought it was going to go somewhere. Like, he's like, if I do this, this will get us together. And she was like, nah, bro, I'm about them dicks. And he's like, damn it. Maybe let's put it all together. Maybe she screwed him over for Davis. So and like maybe that's what that happened. So he can be mad at her and Davis once Davis starts representing fucking Mushmouth. Like maybe that's gonna be a thing. But I was like, what happened, bro? Like, talk to us. What do you think they were trying to tell us, that the detective was doing all of this on his own? Remember when they pulled out and they showed you the other side of the interrogation room and there was nobody in that bitch?
Yeah, it's him by himself. He's the only one investigating this case, which is weird because Ramirez is dead and Jabari is dead. So why is he the only one? Normally, don't we have like at least 3?
I don't know Ramirez is dead.
That's right.
He was missing because they had a bolo on him.
Yeah.
Okay, that's true because the picture had a bolo. Okay, you're right. Yeah. But still, that's he's investigating it by himself.
You're absolutely right. If a cop's weapon was used in a murder, that should have multiple cops on it for multiple
at least
jurisdictions.
3 or 4 maybe. Yeah.
And maybe he's like, I don't want anybody to know how much I'm investigating my ex-lover. I mean, and he was rough with it too. He's like, you know how Carrie likes it, right? I mean, maybe a couple of dudes. I don't know if you've experienced it, I'm saying, but sometimes she'll lick the taint. I mean, sometimes she'll do that on a special day. I don't know.
He's rude. He's very
Tariq needs a car. So this was addressed.
Yeah, Instagram. Yep.
On Instagram, right? She was like, he's gonna get a ride. That was that was hilarious as fuck, but also completely unnecessary at the same time. Because this was a simple meeting to say, Kane and Tariq, you got to work together. That could have happened at the house. Everybody knows they're drug dealers. All right, this was not something that they had to meet off location, like they were moving product.
Tommy and Ghost used to meet down by the water. Down by the water.
Yeah, I got you.
And they used to do the same exact thing. So they're just doing the same thing. The only problem is that Tariq is the only one without a car, and I happen to agree. If I'm in the cold taking trains and buses and cabs and Ubers, and your ass got a Cadillac truck, 2 of them, can you give me a ride? Fuck you, bro. Meet me at my college dorm. Can you pick me up?
So to that, you remember when Drew showed up? And Tariq was like, "What the fuck are you doing here, bro? You can get me arrested. You black on this white campus. You can get me arrested."
Still, somebody. I mean, come on now. Somebody could give somebody a ride. They can at least give them a ride home.
You Ubered that shit. No one told you to be broke. No one told you to walk. That's your responsibility. I know. For this one, I definitely be like, no one told you not to have a car. That's your dumb ass. So we driving out of here. All right. But yeah, it was hilarious. How did he get there? He had to Uber or something.
It was funny that he said all the shit that I do for this family and nobody give me a ride. I felt him on that. I was like, hilarious.
Yeah. I was like, that was real comedy. But he's like, these niggas. I was like, niggas, but it was funny. I wasn't happy about the niggas, but it was fun. Because he had a lot of niggas coming out of his mouth. Tariq had a lot of niggas. And I'm like, some of these niggas aren't necessary. All right. Like, I understand you trying to act like you from the street.
When I lived in Southeast and in Landover, Maryland, every other word from people that lived around me was nigga this and nigga that. They even tried to call my kids niggas. And I was like, absolutely not. See, we will not be doing this. My ex-husband was from Southeast DC. Not one nigga came out of his mouth towards my children ever, because no. So they do say nigga a lot.
But again, to your point, he grew up in a home, but that was not a thing. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's not
world now. He's in this world. He's got to adjust to the world that he's living in.
I don't know. He's like, he got this nigga trying to treat me like this. I got to go walk away.
He's a drug dealer selling it with thugs. He's got to address himself the way he needs to be. He needs to act like he's tough. Tariq is not tough, but he's trying to be.
He's trying to be a nigga. I know he's trying real hard. He's trying to be a nigga. It's okay. Some people can play one on TV. You can't, Tariq, because you ain't got enough bass in your voice. Like, I'm sorry, like, there's not enough niggas in the world to make you sound tough.
You know what? His voice hasn't. You know how normally, like, you go in the summertime, like kids go, it's summer vacation, they come back, and all of a sudden they're like, "Hi, my name is Sir." And you're like, what? That hasn't happened for him yet. Or did we miss it?
Yaz has more bass in her voice. Nah, I'm just kidding. That's that bullshit. But I wouldn't make fun.
Braden's voice is kind of high too. It is.
But I still feel like if Braden was like, I'm gonna bust your ass, like I would feel it from Braden. Like, one, he's actually done it. You know what I'm saying? So like I would feel that from him. You know what I'm saying? Also, I agree with Braden. That was bullshit. That Kane is like, who's this white boy? I mean, I don't know why is he here. He's the only one that actually showed drugs on the street because Tariq was a bitch and couldn't accomplish it. Braden is the actual brains of this operation and the
muscle.
and the muscle. So I'm like, keep your racism over here and let's focus on getting this money. Okay. Also, with Braden, I was like, I'm hoping. I'm for some reason. I'm hoping he's like this is my world. I love this shit. We're never getting out. I was like, and Tariq is like, nah, bro, we gotta get up out of this job. I'm tired of this. It's like, no, bro, it's me and you forever. Because why was Braden like, we gotta get this money? Oh shit, I gotta sell more drugs. You are rich as fuck, right? I mean, you Jeff Bezos type, like Trump rich.
Yeah,
like
but he can't just go to his father and be like, I need $30,000. His father's gonna be like, what the fuck do you need $30,000 for?
He could be like, I need 10. I'm sure. With the
For
way
what?
they act like,
what does he need 10 for?
Hey, it don't. Apparently, he's Braden White rich.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, he could be like, he's like,
just because people are rich doesn't mean that their parents give them stuff, but they're not as dumb as to fall for a college student saying, I need $10,000. His father would have questions.
I submit to you, the parents we've seen, the alcoholic, cheating parents that we've seen, they ain't that smart or responsible. Like, I'm pretty sure he could just be like, I need this money, but they need to have stakes, right? Like, he's doing all this just for fun. Like, he's doing all this just to make Tariq happy because he doesn't need any of this shit. His life is already prepared for him. So I was like, that's how crazy. I was like, there's no.
It's the same thing with Tariq, though. He didn't need it. He had everything set for him.
Right.
But he just said, wanted to learn the game. Go teach me the
game. Oh, thank you for, I was trying to remember. How has Monet made no effort to ask the question, Kane, where are you getting these drugs from? Who is your plug? So I know who I'm fucking with at some level.
Does she know that Dante is
no.
No.
Nope, absolutely.
Why did she say, I've never done this before? What was that mean? What does that mean?
Cheated on her husband.
Was she fucking Ramirez?
She did.
Yeah. I think that was.
No, wait a minute. When she said that, I think she was talking about
the helicopter.
Getting on the helicopter and leaving the city. Period. Like, she's always with her children. Okay. It's one of her kids at all times. So she's never just kind of gotten away from being close enough that she can touch her kids. So she's never done that. That's what I think it was.
And to that point, I think this was her only time to be vulnerable, to be like Nene, to be like, I don't have to be on for my kids. I don't have to be on for my husband. I could just be who I was before all this bullshit.
Right.
And so I think that helps too, is like a vacation, you know what I'm saying, of sorts.
And that horrible kiss that she gave him, I was upset. I was like, wait, you can kiss me. I will kiss you back. Her lips were her jaw was like, I was like, okay, yeah, it was like that. I was like, what are you doing?
She's like, hey, I don't do love scenes. I don't do kissing scenes. Like,
that's the thing, Mary. If Mary's gonna be this actress now, right? You got to give a little to the other actor. Make it look believable. It was not believable. That kiss was horrible. It was horrible. I was like, she's got to work on this.
She should have had an accident and just fell out the helicopter and be like, oh, damn it. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. We'll move on though. We'll carry on with this show and get an actress that can, do something. Like, get some. She and Tariq, to me, have the same problem as actors, right? Like, they have no emotional range. Like, no matter what, they look stoic. They look the same, no matter what. And I'm like, that's why, like, when Courtney Kim was like, it's racism that they said Michael Ray Jr. couldn't carry a show. No, the motherfucker can't act. Like, you don't have the emotional range to carry a show. It ain't racism. Like, she's always crying racism. I'm like, fuck me, man. Like, I know you didn't grow up with black people. I get that. And I'm saying, but I think she's overcompensating a little bit. Like, she's like, they're all against us. We got to stand together. I'm like, sometimes they ain't the one. Like, Tariq ain't the one. Rain, like, to me, again, I think Effie as an actress is the one. She could carry a show. Like, I mean, she has the range. She can do it. I think she has more emotional range.
I don't think Diana could do it. I don't think Effie could do it. I don't. I feel like they're too young right now. I think that as they get older, and they continue to learn their craft, it'll get better. Michael Rainey Jr. has worked on himself, and you can tell because he's getting better and better every time you see him, right? So he's working on himself. It was a risk to put this young man as the lead. It was a risk that Courtney was willing to take because she believes in the fact that people can learn and they can get growth. I don't have any problem with her trying to elevate a Black young man. And there's nothing wrong with that. If people don't accept him, that's okay. She still tried for this young man. So I'm not going to say that she was wrong. I don't know whether it was racism or not. He is young. They're all young. They're still learning their craft. Eventually, they will all become leads, or they may just stay as co-stars, right? Sometimes that's just what you are.
Yeah, it's a cast, it's an ensemble cast. Like everybody got a part to play,
cast,
right? You know what I'm saying? So in the IG, someone asked, "Is someone going to get pregnant?" And she almost acted like that was a crazy question. Like well, why does it have to happen? No, it happens in college, like that, like high school, anywhere where you have young people with sex and no brains, babies are coming.
It's gonna be Brushandra.
Brushandra gets pregnant by Tate.
Hey, there you go.
No, you know, I said this last season. I'll say it again. Like, I need, as much as she's like just loud and just ignorant, like I kind of want her to get like laid up with that Asian dude. Like, do something we would not expect. Like, we would expect Tate. If she actually ended up by pregnant, we would see that, right? We'd be like, got it, right? If she's somehow hooked up with that Asian kid who's like obviously flirting with her, kind of, that
she
would
only
be.
does MBAs and PhDs. Remember?
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't rest with these regular niggas. I rest with educated niggas. Niggas.
Nothing wrong with that. Goals. Hey,
I was like, how about somebody that don't call himself a nigga? Like, how about let's make some goals? Huh?
He has standards.
Apparently Lauren doesn't. Like, maybe she didn't learn from Lauren. Like, shit. Lauren needs to learn from her to be like, girl, don't chase a man that don't chase you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened? Like, what's going on in your childhood?
But that is a college thing, though. I mean, young women in college do sometimes chase men. They do. They do chase men. If you're young and naive like Lauren is.
Not Tariq. I'm
just saying.
You ain't chasing Tariq.
No, you probably wouldn't chase him. But I'm just saying, because he's the only one right now that she can chase. She's chasing Tariq. So
I submit that the Carlton character that they had last season that they magically just wrote off, like and the other down Black man. There were two other Black men students in the class. There was the Urkel type character that was on the other side of the thing that he like defended a white girl once and they got in that bullshit. And there was another down Black dude or whatever, McLeek or some shit, that I was like sitting in front of the class. Like, there was two other Black men that were there before even Tariq showed up. So if it's a race thing and they're trying to keep her, like she's trying to go for a down Black man, there was other options. Like, I don't know why all of a sudden Tariq came in and she's like, that's the bad boy that I want. I'm like, he's not even
and
that.
She had a boyfriend.
Yeah, but
remember?
But even he was supposed to be, no, he's too Dexter. Like, I need some, but Tariq ain't that bad boy. Like, he's not Kane. If Kane was in college and she's like, that's the dude I want that might get me pregnant, and I don't know if I'm gonna get child support, but I still want to be with this dude, then I'm like, that makes sense. Like, it's stupid, but it makes sense, right? You're going to have to do that, might end up in jail and you got to pay to get him out. Like, it happens, but you still love him.
Why does anybody like him? Like, why does Effie is tougher than Tariq. Still likes him.
It don't make any sense.
And Diana, why does Diana like Tariq?
Diana's just, she's sheltered and she's lonely. Like, this is the first boy she's met she's not related to. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, hey, you know what? She has no options. Like Lauren had options.
Of Monet. Monet has that noose around her damn neck and dragging her everywhere.
No, but no, very true. I'm just saying, like, it's hard to be like, oh shit, a boy that's not my brother's. All right, well, let's see where this goes. Like, you had me and not related.
Effie has her choice. She's bisexual, so she can have women and she can have a man. Why the hell does she want Tariq?
What is that?
I mean, she can. She can have anybody. I mean, she's beautiful. That's one.
I'm saying she needs a stud like Ty. What's that one in Harlem? The one that's banging every woman. What's her name?
Ty.
She needs a woman like Ty. Like, that would make sense. Like, I would be like,
well, then it would be too masculine together.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. You're right.
It's masculine. Yeah.
You're right. She needs a Lauren.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. I got you. Somebody asked if she and Diane going to get together. I was like,
why would they ask that? I thought that was weird. I was like, weird.
No, it's not. Hey, it's college. It's whatever. Diane needs to explore. She may be like, she's like the only person. She may be like, just let me kiss and find out. Like you don't know.
Do that.
Wait till Courtney
Diana's
Kemp
been
leaves.
taught to be Miss Prissy and
wait till Courtney Kemp leaves and that Empire writer's in charge. So some shit gonna go down. Are you gonna be like, how did this even anyway. It was a good episode. Again, Zeke needs to get murdered. Like it's too many things going on.
Zeke is about to be arrested.
He talked himself into these handcuffs. Like this dude is dumb as fuck, dude. I'm like, and I don't. And then Monet is like, this is all your fault, Kane. But I'm like, it kind of is. Like he killed Ramirez. That's Kane's fault.
Yes.
He shot Jabari. Tariq had to finish him off, but he's the one that shot Jabari. So I'm like, he kind of led that going. I'm pretty sure Tariq's gonna kill him anyway. But I'm like, Kane is responsible for a lot of this shit. And to show his mama issues, his constant mama and parenting issues, actually, he knows he does not need Monet to work this deal with Tariq.
No.
He is the supplier. Tariq is actually Braden is the dealer, but like he's just doing all this just to get back in his mama's life, just to be like, I love you. Can I be a son again? Like he got some serious parenting issues.
Yeah, he does.
He's like, does daddy know? Does daddy know? Daddy knows, but he's also gonna know you're gonna be fucking up. He's like, oh damn, daddy love me again. Diane meeting her daddy all speaking Spanish. What y'all think of that? Was that?
She is Spanish. She's half Spanish.
I know. I'm saying I was like, it was beautiful. I guess I'm like, I don't know we get it. You're Latino. We get it. I'm not sure the point of that was.
I was thinking, were they doing that because they thought somebody was listening and maybe they were trying to.
Well, I mean, there was a guard standing there, but I mean, he talks about a lot of stuff in front of guards.
He runs that prison.
Yeah, he does. He runs the prison, but I'm thinking maybe that's just the way they always have talked to each other. Like you know what I'm saying? Like even my Puerto Rican cousins. Their grandmother and their grandfather, they used to talk Spanish to them, but like to their the other black side of the family, they didn't really talk that way in front of them unless they had to. You know what I'm saying? Like some people just had that dialogue, you know.
So I mean, I'll
talk with each other. Maybe
so
that's
kind of cool. I'm glad that they kept it up. What really irritates me is when like you get those, like you saw in Sacrifice, you see in a lot of shows, like they start off in a foreign language and then all of a sudden they speak perfect English for some reason. I'm like, what was the point of being like, hello, how are you? Espanol? And then like, yeah, anyway, so Bob, I'm like, what was the point of that? Like what? So I thought that was going to happen. I thought at some point they were going to go back to English.
I did too.
But I was like, so 2 points for them. They're like, we're going to keep it consistent. Like, we're going to stay with Spanish. We're going to keep it with Spanish. And I was like, oh, she can hold it up. I'm like, all right. I was like, that's cool. I mean, I failed Spanish. I ain't trying to point out the Spanish. I'm like, I'm just saying, good job for keeping it consistent.
Ghost.
Stop.
Spanish.
you ain't letting that shit go. That shit was bad.
Habla españoles. Te quiero, Taco Bell.
Big Mama was like, where'd you learn Spanish? Fucking another woman. Like, I don't get out my face. Look, you lucky I'm paying your bills. Shit. Anyway, Stacey, anything else for this episode or the IG thing? Did you watch it?
Why is Kane always just showing up on campus? Do they not have like security with the dorms? Like, are you a student? No. Okay, why are you here? Like, 2-Bit did it. True. Kane did it. Drew did it.
2-Bit did it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how does everybody know why hasn't he moved? Like, just move somewhere else, Tariq. You got your ass whooped twice in this room. Why are you still there? To this point, Stacey, since he's living with Trump-level Braden, why don't they have their own place off campus? Mm-hmm. Balling out. Since he got that kind of money, he got Lexus just for no reason.
That actually makes sense because my sisters went to college. Like they went to like colleges where that away from New York, and they both they had friends that actually had houses that they rented. Even my niece, when she went to Morgan, she rented a townhouse. Like with 3 other
colleges make you stay like the first year in the dorm, but after that you can do what you want to do.
You can do whatever you want. So maybe that's what's gonna happen because he's trying to get Yaz. So he's gonna get
Braden, Yaz, and Tariq in the house.
Same house. Yes.
Why?
Because he's got to take care of his baby sister.
He's living with the president of his unnamed LLC, and who's also his financial boss apparently on paper, because he's an employee, and they're gonna get a fucking townhouse together.
But you know what? When I saw that when he Braden signed that, did you see Tariq's face?
Yeah.
That shit is a setup. See, the thing is, Tariq is not dumb about certain things. He knows his name is nowhere on that, right? Yeah. So it's a Braden. He's setting Braden up.
So there's two things. There's two things to that though. One, Braden's all about the life. So if he would have told him this is the move, all the cocaine in the world, he'd be totally down with it. So that's one thing. But Tariq is still tied to that because those pay stubs he's going to be getting is the only reason. That's the only way he get justification to get his sister. So he's still tied to whatever this business is. I mean, but the face does look like he's trying to take advantage. But I don't understand that when he made it very clear, I need the money to get the business to get my sister out of things. Like he told them everything. So I'm confused of what that face was about. But I did see the face. I don't understand what that unless he's gonna forge a signature and get some other shit. I mean, if he's gonna work with Bash to be like, hey, since we got the white man signature, let's move on to some other stuff. Maybe. But that was my thing. I don't get that. I don't know. I'm sorry, Stacey. What else? I'm sorry.
When Kane and Tariq were talking about Ramirez's body, I felt like somebody's gonna find that body in that puddle, and it's gonna come back.
Oh, it's gonna come back. Puddles don't last forever. But Holly,
remember whenever Dre would dispose of a body, he's like, nobody's gonna find it, and then the next episode they find it. It's like.
Well, with Sean's body, he made it very clear he wanted it to be found. Like he said something to the friend, like he did it on purpose because like, I can't believe he killed his son. But yeah, you're right. Most times, 9 times out of 10, these bodies come back. I mean, the crimes never get solved, so it doesn't matter. Like,
why is it taking so long to find Ramirez's body? Like, if they're supposedly looking for, it's a cop. Now think about this is a cop.
Yeah,
everybody would be jumping on this, trying to figure out where the hell their coworker is.
Yes,
because he's a cop.
Yes,
so, like, I don't understand why it's taking so long where this man is.
The entire Queens Police Department should be out there kicking down doors. Kicking down Monet's door because it was already established that he had a relationship with that. Wasn't he being investigated or something? There was something going on? The family was. I thought something was going on. They were like, because he was like, I can't let people know that I got relationships with y'all, and I thought there was something going on with that.
I don't remember if it was, but I think he was always trying to be careful because if they knew what he was doing, he would lose his job.
Yeah, so I'm saying, remember the time he let Drew and Kane get away when they were being chased after fucking with the rock, right? And like the cops were there, and they were kind of. I just thought that someone knew he had some type of relationship with the Tejada family, and for them to be missing, you would think that they would be asking them some type of question. When's the last time you seen them? Right. Something.
They didn't even look after Uncle Pervert, like when he was a CI and he went missing.
Remember?
Nobody said,
nothing.
He was on Dexter.
That's right. We gotta get to that bullshit. Oh man, I was mad because
I was happy to see him. I love that guy. I love Batista.
It was a waste. It was a waste of such a great moment. It was. Yeah. I mean, anyway, we'll get to Kim. I'll say anything else. I'm sorry. All right, Kim. I'm sorry. What you got?
No, I mean, no. It's gonna keep rolling along as it rolls. So we'll just see. And I guess we can count how many times they say nigga for the next episode.
If a drinking game, if I did, I would have been like, I've been drunk as fuck. I was like 23 times. I was like, that's a lot of niggas. Anyway, I would say the thing from the IG that I was ecstatic about was when she said Gary Lennon will be leading Force. And I was like, that's the only person that should do it. I mean, that means Tommy will be Tommy. You know what I'm saying? Because he created that character that we know. Like he shaped that person. So I said that day, as soon as I heard about the book, I was like, if Gary Lennon's not in charge, that show's going to be shit. Like, because we're going to get that power book to Tommy. And that was that bullshit. And I was like, no. So I'm very, very, very excited about that. So that would be the show that it's going to save this whole universe.
Don't you think Tommy would have killed Tariq? Like the Tommy we know,
he should have.
He should.
And Tasha.
Yes, that's at least one of them.
No.
At least one of them.
Both of them. Both the way he looked at Tariq when he looked up and he was holding Ghost as his best friend's dead hand. He was like, "I'm going to kill this motherfucker." Like it would have been slow and painful. Definitely. Now to that. So then Courtney did say that, like, even though he said you'll never see me again, they're trying to leave it open. So like he may come back and help and da.
You have to leave it open because he's Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy's got to float. He's got to be able to float.
Another from the IG. I'm sorry, from the IG of leaving things open, right? Like I was amazed to hear that they had a future for Jukebox, but the actress made a very bad decision and decided to go to that BET show and was like, I gotta do that, and that was not a good idea.
Yeah, she did do that, and that
the Collins show.
Yeah, the Quad.
Was it the
I actually like the Quad.
The Quad. It was a good show, but it got canceled.
I liked it. Mm-hmm.
All right, I was like, nah. But anyway, I'm saying, but to that point, like they did before, she could have just been like, I'm treating to the background and I'm going back to DC, never to be seen again until she's seen again. I mean, they didn't have to really kill her off. I mean, I'm saying they could have did that, but they probably didn't think the show was going to go this long and, Like she said, she would have kept Black Donovan alive if she would have known that, that he was going to, I don't know why, of all actors, I don't know why, but she was like, she knew this show was going to go on. Like she wouldn't have killed Proctor and that sort of thing.
She shouldn't have killed her.
Yeah. But she was like, she didn't know that it was going to turn into all Proctor, Davis, and Sachs.
Yes. That's a show. The dream team.
And they can put him on influence.
Influence.
That would have been their show.
Yes. Yes.
I'm sorry, but fuck Tate. I do not want to see the Black West Wing. I don't want to see a Black West Wing. If he goes back to,
he posted a picture. It's like today or yesterday. Oh my God, he's just so adorable.
He posts pictures every day looking fantastic. And he always is like, he talks like he's been around since like the 60s. Like everything you dig. Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved his swag.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It is fantastic. I love him.
I'll let y'all two do that. But I would say he's a great actor. I'm just saying that the idea of a Black West Wing is not interesting. After so many books of drugs.
I'm here for it.
You're here for
I think that's what you think it's gonna be, but I think it's gonna be more like a Scandal meets Power. Like he's gonna be like helping like Davis and Sachs is gonna be in it. They're gonna all intermingle. They're all gonna be breaking the law. They're gonna bring in more characters. It's gonna be a lot.
She said West Wing. Of all the shows she could compare it to,
said West Wing.
That's not. If she would have said Boss again, Star show Boss was a
good
boss.
show.
That like if she would have said I'm gonna do a Black Boss, I would have been like, I will see you right after Force. Lobos. She said Lobos could have continued. I don't know. I don't agree with that. She said Lobos. He got to do another show, and so he had to kill. They had to kill them off when he got killed off. That I don't agree with. I think Lobos ran his course.
Me too.
Yeah. I think Milan, as we talked about many times, Milan should have went the distance. Like he should have been the last big bad. And for me, I think that should have been the one. He shouldn't have been killed in one season. Like that. Mecca's not making it out of season 2. Like I don't see this motherfucker going the distance. Like he will be murdered by his fake son. But
he's gonna be like Jason. Like remember Jason?
Yeah.
He's gonna be like Jason.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
And Jason to me was more of what we think a drug dealer should be. Like you have men around you who are protecting you, and things like that. Like he was the only one that I could look at and be like, you're actually a kingpin. Like you're really the legit. Because Tommy and Ghost and they just running around the city with nobody protecting them. It was weird. I was like, that is not normal.
It doesn't make sense.
Normal. Even
Lil Meech even had protection.
Right. Even Beach was like, I can't do all this shit by myself. Like, I need help.
It made that makes sense. The Haitians, they always had people around them. It was like the Russians, they would have tons of men.
Completely.
It makes no sense that Ghost and Tommy were running around, had no protection. Even what's his name? The Puerto Rican one. The one that Tommy killed.
Which one? Ruiz?
Yeah. Remember he had like all these Puerto Rican dudes, big fats. skinny, tall.
Yeah.
It just didn't make any sense to me.
So to this point, I will submit season 1, episode 1, Ghost had, presidential level protection for some reason at the club. He had security at the club, just not in his daily drug life. But Tommy didn't need it. There was never a time that we were worried about Tommy actually getting hurt by somebody. Like he killed the entire.
I thought Jason's people were going to kill him that time. Remember they had him outside,
and he married all those people by himself with little effort.
Ghost had Milan, and he told him to back off. Remember?
Right? Yeah.
So he had a little crew for a while, a very good crew because they saved his life. So
yeah. Oh, dude, that was next level shit. Milan was awesome because Ghost looked at Tariq to be like, "Bye, son. Let me close my eyes. I don't want to see it happen." And fucking Milan was like, "Pop, pop, pop, pop." I was like, "Oh shit." That was equal to Ghost walking up like a ghost. Like he reminded. That's the other thing. Back to who learns how to use Google and who doesn't. How is it that fucking Dante didn't go Tariq St. Patrick just to be like, who am I fucking with? Tariq St. Patrick, son of James St. Patrick. Ghost. Tommy just got killed in an explosion. That's some whatever.
Right.
How are you that level and don't know any of these people? Ruiz, the fucking Crystal Ball, Annabelle, none of these people. He don't go, this Tariq kid, he ain't nobody to fuck with. Like his family is something. Like his dad used to be a beast. Like, why is this not a thing? Come on. And then he goes, Monet, do you know who you're fucking with? Once he reveals that is he ever going to do that? Is he ever going to reveal that he's their new connect? And why hasn't he done it yet?
He's trying to get in her drawers first.
She's a drug dealer.
It doesn't matter. He's trying to redeem himself. And so he's like, he's got to woo her. And because he knows how she is, she'll shut down. So he needs her to be all in love with him first. And he's going to be like, well, I'm the supplier of your drugs. It's me.
So maybe Nene wasn't in the life. Maybe they dated when, like, she didn't do that until she got with Lorenzo. So like when he went, so that's what I'm saying. So he's like, I'm import export. Like he's Ghost. He's James St. Patrick trying to get back with Angie.
Yes.
Except Angie has the kids and the husband.
Yeah.
There you go.
That is the story. That's what it's gonna be. Definitely.
There you go. And then he went out.
Guess who's gonna die? Mecca.
Yeah.
Because Monet's gonna take him out.
So I was.
She's gonna kill him.
She's gonna choose her family over her love.
Yes.
And she's gonna be like, I gotta do it. Do it. The only way
she doesn't do it, the father's gonna do it.
And that would be too easy. So it needs to be her. If Kane is not his son, which I think Courtney's already established that Lorenzo is the biological father of all 3 kids. I think she said that very clearly. So the only way this could be something of importance is if Monet puts her, after all the love, and they're gonna be fucking at some point, but after all that she's gonna be like, I'm out. This is Ghost. This is him like, I'm leaving this bullshit. You, Diane, your daddy, and your 2 hard-headed brothers can work this shit out. I'm rolling out with the man with the helicopter because he has an import-export business and he's not in the life. And I'm a be that legit woman I always wanted to be. I'm not sure when. And then we're gonna roll out together.
And that's when she's gonna find out what he is.
And then he's gonna be like, I'm Mecca. Oh, yes. She's like, oh, damn it. Oh, why?
She's gonna put a bullet right between his eyes because he lied to her.
I was like, why did you do this? He's like, baby, I had to.
We don't need Mary J. Blige crying. Please don't do that. Okay, it's bad enough we have to see her walk. Is it just me, or is her feet hurting her every single time she walks? Like
her and Viola Davis, and they're in heels. I swear.
At least Viola Davis is pigeon-toed, so that's a lot of what's going on with her, right? She's pigeon-toed. It's hard. It's a little weird in high heels. Mary J. Blige, I haven't seen anything wrong with her feet or anything. She just walks like her feet hurt every time she walks.
Hey, no.
I loved her jacket. So.
Yeah, that was nice. Well, she always looks good. Her wig was fantastic. Her makeup is on point. She always looks good. She just looks like her feet hurt.
You remember when Angie fell apart when Holly told her that Jamie was Ghost? Remember how she just lost her complete shit?
Yes.
That's all. I need that name moment. I need her to be like, oh, fuck. Like, no, like
Not Monet.
This is supposed to be my way out. Damn it. And he's like, nah, baby, I'm about that life now. I'm breaking fingers. I got a whole special ops team you don't even know about and shit. Like I was like, I need all that. I need all that. But they need a big bad to go up against. Like, right? It's like it's once again, it's who's gonna control Tariq. Who gives a fuck? Like, give me another crew that they're trying to take out. Like, that's what they need. That's what Mecca needs. It can't be him, fucking, and Kane and Monet all trying to control Tariq and Braden. Like that. That's not a thing. Like, that's the fuck. I'm sad now. Anyway, okay. Anyway. We'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you everybody who stopped by, who gives us the likes. We appreciate that. For those who commented, we appreciate you. We're gonna take a 2-second break, and then we're gonna get to Dexter. More daddy.
5 minutes.
Yeah, we got time. It's all right. Y'all gotta go pee. I'll send you an invite. Y'all come back when you come back. Love you. Whatever. Thank you guys. See you guys next week. For more Tariq.